Alright, so polynomial values is all about substitution. So if we have a look at question 1, it says px equals 2x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2x plus 10. So all that is asking you to do is, so 1a is saying, what's p of 0? So if you have a look at the difference between this and this, what's the difference?
X.
The x and the 0. So all we're doing is substituting 0 in for x. So when we come to calculating that, so p of 0 is 2 times 0 cubed minus 3 times 0 squared plus 2 times 0 plus 10, which is 0 cubed is 0 squared is 2 times 0 is, so everything is just plus 10. Okay, so that's all it is. So it doesn't matter what's in that bracket. So for example, H says P of A. So we're just putting in A instead of X. That was Michaela sneezing. So it's just 2A cubed minus 3A squared plus 2A plus 10. Okay, it does get a little bit trickier. If you have a look at question K, it asks you to substitute x minus 3 in. Okay, but it's still the same thing. As long as you use the brackets, you'll be fine. So you just go 2x minus 3 cubed minus 3x minus 3 squared plus 2x minus 3 plus 10. That's all it is. Alright, so that's polynomial values. So later in this exercise it asks you about remainders when divided by. The reason it's asking you to do that is because we've talked about the remainder theorem, or we're just about to talk about the remainder theorem in the next exercise. And it says, find the remainder when divided by. So for example, question 4, find the remainder of each polynomial in question 2 when it's divided by x minus 1. So if we've got the polynomial x cubed plus x squared plus x plus 1, and we've just talked about long division, so if we're dividing that by x minus 1, okay, you're supposed to complete that and do the remainder. But I'm going to talk to you now about the remainder theorem, which is 3D. Okay, and I don't mind you guys cheating a little bit here. So what you need to do, the remainder, when you divide by x minus 1, is actually substituting in 1. So you change the sign, and you go from there. So we do the same thing. It's 1 cubed plus 1 squared plus 1 plus 1. So the remainder is 4. Do you believe me? Do you believe me?
Yeah, possibly.
Let's do it. So if we're actually dividing x cubed plus x squared plus x plus 1 divided by x minus 1. Okay? What am I timesing by? I'm timesing by x squared. X squared times x is x cubed. X squared times minus 1 is minus x squared. When minusing that, they cancel out. X squared minus minus x squared is 2x squared. I'm now timesing, I've got to bring down my x, timesing by 2x, gets me 2x squared, minus 2x there. When minusing that, they cancel out. We end up at, I think x minus minus 2x is plus 3x. Bring down our 1. I'm now timesing by 3. Gets me 3x there. 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. And you can still see it, so that's a bonus. Subtracting that, that disappears. 1 minus minus 3 is 4.
You're a wizard.
You're a wizard.
It's not magic. Alright, just maths. Okay?
So that's a cheat, or not a cheat, right?
So this ties it in together. We've talked about in the last exercise, we talked about long division, which we just did here in the blue. Okay. In this exercise, we've been talking about the substitution of things.
Yeah.
Okay. Now tie them together, and you guys can cheat. So if you're doing questions 4, 5, 6, 7, then you can cheat and work it out by just substituting in the changing of the sign.
Then change the sign to the opposite.
Yep. As you pull it. So remember, when you pull things out of brackets, you change the sign.